Takulandirani ku MTV Malawi kuchimake kwa nkhani zenizeni. Ngati nkhani imeneyo kuno kulibe, dziwani kuti nkhani imeneyo ndi abodza.
Resume your seats. I did recognize the honorable member for Blantyre Northeast. Is it Blantyre Northeast? You have the floor, honorable.
Madam Second Deputy Speaker, for giving the people of Blantyre Northeast constituency a voice in this august House. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, let me begin by extending a heartfelt congratulations to you, Madam, the Deputy Speaker, and the Speaker for ascending to the leadership of this House. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, I would like to take this opportunity to sincerely thank the Almighty God for choosing me to represent the people of Blantyre Northeast constituency. Indeed, it wasn't an easy road, but also we have a proof that leaders are chosen by God, not money or maheu. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, let me also extend my gratitude to my family, my wife, my dear wife, mother, my friends, the clergy, and all the developing donor partners that we have at the constituency for making this dream coming true. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, I stand here not as an individual, but as the voice of those who elected me, the youth, the women, the elderly of T.M. Makata, T.M. Machinjiri, and Senior Chief Kapeni. I pledge to serve them diligently, to bring their concerns to this House, and to contribute constructively to the laws and policies that will uplift their lives. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, the people of Blantyre Northeast constituency are congratulating His Excellency Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika, the State President of the Republic of Malawi, for his resounding victory in the just ended elections. The confidence that Malawians have placed in his leadership reflects their trust in his vision for progress, unity, and prosperity. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika is the only president who keeps his promises. In 2012, during the burial of the late president, Dr. Bingwa Mutharika, he said, and I quote, "Malawians, I will never leave you alone," end of quote. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, in 2020...
Honorable Minister responsible for agriculture and Honorable Minister for gender, order. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Honorable.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Member, continue.
Thank you, Madam Second Deputy Speaker. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, in 2020, Malawians were promised Canaan but ended up in Bagamoyo. In 2020, Malawians were promised 3 meals a day but ended up dying with hunger or surviving Pojajitedze Ndinyika. In 2020, Madam Speaker, Malawians were promised fertilizer of 4,000 acres, but ended up buying a 50 kg bag of fertilizer above 170,000 kwacha. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, it has taken the same promise keeper, His Excellency Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika, to rise from his retirement and save his people from Bagamoyo. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, allow me to enlighten this House the sharp contrast between proven leadership and failed leadership. Proven leadership secured a mess deal using a mobile phone, while failed leadership spent time in the air squandering the limited forex the country had to attend a virtual meeting in UK. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, proven leadership displayed competence by delivering 7,500 kwacha subsidy fertilizer in 2019, while failed leadership undermined affordability by thinking cheaper fertilizer can be sourced from a butcher in UK. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, I now wish to comment on the budget review made on 21st November 2025 by the Honorable Minister of Finance, Economic Planning and Decentralization. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, from the presentation of the Honorable Minister, it is very sad and unimaginable how the economy was heavily deformed and left in tatters by the MCP-led government. All macroeconomic indicators clearly show how the MCP government destroyed the economy. It is very disturbing to note that the MCP failed government lost control of inflation, allowing it to hover above 28%. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, I wish to remind this House that proven leadership of Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika maintained inflation at around 8% in 2020. All this economic instability demonstrates how incompetent the previous administration was. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, from the presentation of the Honorable Minister of Finance, Economic Planning and Decentralization, I stand here with hope and confidence that the proven leadership of His Excellency Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika will resuscitate the economy. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, the MCP-led government showed us things we have never imagined, such as Malawians surviving on chiteze, which was inhuman. However, from the budget review presentation, my heart is at peace, knowing that the government has now increased the number of beneficiaries of FISIP and reduced the cost to only 10,000 kwacha for the people of Blantyre Northeast and all other beneficiaries. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, it is sad that the MCP government left Malawi with a public debt exceeding 21.6 trillion kwacha. However, it is with much joy that the management of public debt has been a priority for the DPP-led government. It is a sigh of relief that the government has already started implementing strict expenditure control measures, such as minimizing travel, limiting procurement of high-value assets, and managing the wage bill. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, there is much more that the failed leadership has destroyed, and I deliberately choose not to mention about Chikangawa. Let me thank Malawians for sending back the failed leadership to its natural habitat. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, the introduction of free primary and secondary education by the government is a great relief to all Malawians who were burdened with the payment of general purpose funds and school development fees. Furthermore, abolition to moneyable examination fees clearly shows that the government is committed to ensuring that every Malawian's right to education is upheld. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, the budget review presentation is a relief from the resource case into which the MCP-led government led Malawi. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, the swift action taken by the State President, Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika, in banning the export of raw minerals is highly commendable. Coupled with the government's plan to create a sovereign wealth fund to ensure that the proceeds from mineral exports benefit Malawians. This is a game changer for Malawi economic growth. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, it is encouraging to hear that an additional 17.1 billion has been allocated in the mid-year budget to address pharmaceutical shortages in health facilities. I would like to take this opportunity to draw the attention of the Minister of Health that as a constituency, we have managed to construct Jipande Health Center, but we seek your support together with the Minister of Natural Resources to connect the facility to the national electricity grid. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, I will conclude by quoting His Excellency, Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika. Professors never die, they just fade. I want to remind the opposition that Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika has a lasting impact on Malawi's economy, and they should learn from his leadership as they will continue their opposition in decades to come. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, As I take my seat among the distinguished colleagues, I do so with a deep sense of responsibility. Let us all, as representatives of the people, commit ourselves to fostering unity, promoting accountability, and advancing the national interest above all else. Together, we can build a Malawi that is inclusive, prosperous, and just a nation where all citizens have an opportunity to prosper. May God bless His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Malawi. May God bless this honorable House, and may God bless our mother Malawi. With these few remarks, Madam Second Deputy Speaker, people from Chipande, people from Lunzu, people from Makata, Domwe, Mponda, Ngongoma, they submit. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable members, may you please resume your seats? Honorable members, what we are discussing is a motion. So after delivering your speech, you have to say you do support the motion, or if you are not supporting the motion, you can just conclude to say, I thank you. So you don't submit to a motion. So honorable members, please take note. I now recognize the honorable member for Nzuzu City North and the honorable member for Zomba Matia constituency. Honorable member for Nzuzu City North, you have the floor.
Okay. Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker, for recognizing the people of Nzuzu City North. First and foremost, I have to congratulate you, Madam, Honorable Musowa, and Honorable Suleiman for your respective speakership positions in this House.
Honorable member, we have honorable member for Mulanje Bale and the honorable member for Blantyre Banana, Grabu Banana, BCA.
I submit,
in that
Madam.
order, please. Yes.
Special congratulations to our President for attaining the highest office of this land. More and more congratulations to him, and we wish him long life. I rise in this August House for the first time as the duly elected member of Parliament from Nzuzu City North. It is both an honor and a profound responsibility to represent aspirant of my constituency in this esteemed chamber. Madam Speaker, the people of Nzuzu City North are elated by the outcome of the recent general elections. They turned out in large numbers, driven by a deep sense of civic duty and a desire to exercise their domestic right to choose their leaders as enshrined in the Republic of Malawi. I would like to sincerely thank the constitutional team from Kolongo, Lupaso, Kolongo, Zolozolo East and westwards for their unwavering support throughout our journey. Now it's time to shift our focus to development as we look forward. Madam Speaker, the traditional leaders in my constituency led by Nkosa na Luwinga, Murumuza na Malaya, Murumuza na Mbizi, Murumuza na Kafwiri, Nkosa na Galang'ombe, Kavikolanga, Bulamsaka, Mwendera Nthumbo, and Lukanda have proven to be true custodians of development. Madam Speaker, I also extend my special recognition to senior block leaders Kwese, Chimdima, Katundu Mzito, Marulino, Kaunda, I can mention more, Shonga, Muyawa, Esther Mhango, oh, Shambranyina, no problem. Nkuna, Mlinda, Mweneropembe, Mgunda, Mandila for the unwavering support. Furthermore, I express my deepest congratulations to my party president, His Excellency Dr. Lazarus Chakwera, for his steadfast support through my campaign. His material and moral support will always be remembered and appreciated. Madam Speaker, to rise on this office to be addressed as honorable is no small feat. It is a noble calling to serve, not an opportunity for personal gain. We must work together to uplift our people and improve their lives. The people of Mzuzu City North were inspired by the President's recent State of Nation address delivered on 31st October 2025. His message rekindled hope, particularly with the introduction of the 5 billion Constituency Development Fund, the 100 million Youth Empowerment Fund, and the 100 million Women Empowerment Fund. Madam Speaker, access to food is fundamental human right. Many residents in Mzuzu City are facing acute food shortage due to last year's poor harvest, exacerbated by drought and limited distribution of coupons under the affordable input programs. Although the recent MOVAC report includes Mzuzu City, the need for food and other items remain urgent. With rising prices of maize and other staples, many families are struggling to survive. Honorable Speaker, on education, this remains a top priority, especially for the girl child. Many students walk a long distance to attend Luwinga Day Secondary School and Zozoro CDSS. My constituency urgently requires additional primary and secondary school blocks to reduce congestion, minimize travel distance, prevent early pregnancies, and reduce schools dropout rates, among others. The introduction of full secondary education has brought immense relief to many families. However, the shortage of desks in both primary and secondary school continue to hinder the delivery of quality education. Some schools still lack adequate classroom infrastructure. I urge the Minister of Education to address this issue in government with Malawi Vision 2063 and the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. At Nkolongo Primary School in particular, overcrowding is severe, with some classrooms accommodating more than 3 times the recommended number of learners. This compromises the quality of education and places immense strain on both learners and teachers in light of the rapidly growing school environment. There is urgent need for additional classroom blocks and schoolhouses. Madam Speaker, on youth and women empowerment, young people in my constituency are eager to benefit from the so-called 100 million Youth Empowerment Fund. Their priorities include vocational training and formation of cooperatives to support income-generating activities. Similarly, Madam Speaker, the 100 million Constituency Women Fund aims to support 1,800 women through cooperatives focused on small-scale economic priorities. Madam Speaker, areas like Chamalaza and Galilea, formerly part of Mzimba North constituency, still lack electricity, having been excluded from the Malawi Rural Extraction Program. I urge the government to address this gap to ensure that our urbanization agenda remains on track. In schools, markets, and semi-urban growth centers, the installation of solar-powered electricity should be considered to enhance security and sustainability. Moreover, many areas in Mzuzu City North still lack access to clean water. If we are to eradicate waterborne diseases, the Northern Region Water Board must intensify its water connection efforts in line with urban development standards. Madam Speaker, I'm deeply saddened to report that residents of Chamalaza, despite their urban status, still share water sources with wild animals in the nearby streams. This is unacceptable and must be addressed urgently. On health, Madam Speaker, the rapid expansion of constituency has outpaced the availability of health facilities. Areas such as Tandaza, Nkolongo, Chankhombo, and Area 1B are in dire need of antenatal clinics and ambulances to serve the growing number of women seeking maternal health care. Madam Speaker, while on the same issue of health services, I must bring to the attention of this House that the abandoned upstairs house located behind the hospital, Mzuzu Central Hospital, this building have been remained unfinished for 18 years, and in the meantime, the land is grossly underutilized. Completing these staff houses would greatly reduce the hospital expenditure on accommodation, as we currently spend 5 million kwacha per doctor per year on rentals within the city. I inquired as to what plans the Minister has to complete this long-stalled project. Madam Speaker, on stadium, I joined fellow residents of Mzuzu City in calling for the construction of a modern stadium capable of hosting all sporting activities. The current facility is outdated and no longer fit for the purpose. Madam Speaker, still on road networks, I appeal to the Honorable Minister of Transport to prioritize the development of robust road network in Mzuzu. The recent survey highlights the urgent need to upgrade KKB to Nshamalaza Road and Martha and Mary to Area 1B Road. Furthermore, I appeal to the government to also consider giving Mzuzu City a dual carriage with fried rice from Rusangazi to Dunduzu to ease traffic congestion and add beauty to the city. Madam Speaker, currently many earth roads, especially in Zorozoro and Luinga roads, are in deplorable condition, dusted during the dry season and impassable during the rains. These roads were left incomplete and their poor state hampers business, health care, education, and daily mobility. Madam Speaker, on headquarters of government institutions, there I'm very serious now. On the matter of national equity, during the MCP administration, we saw the government moving headquarters of various government institutions from Blantyre to Lilongwe. Recently, we've seen the current administration reversing the move. We in Mzuzu wonder why no institution has been considered to be headquartered in the northern city. And you can see how serious I was on this one. Madam Speaker, now I'll jump to comment on the mid-year budget review. We'll start with the GDP. GDP has grown, has revised from down to 2.7%. Inflation remains stubbornly high at 28.5%, and public debt has soared to 86% of GDP. These are not mere numbers. They are live realities of Malawians whose purchasing power is vaporized, whose business are suffocating, and whose hopes for prosperity are fading. Revenue collection fell short by 12.1%, and grants underperformed by 43%. Yet projections for the second half assumes a miraculous rebound. Honorable Mr. OPC is not a fiscal strategy. This House deserves clarity on how these targets will be met in an economy constrained by forex shortage and donor fatigue. The fiscal deficit now stands at 3.128 trillion, up by 650 billion kwacha. This is just a red flag. It is a siren warning of debt, distress, and macroeconomic instability. Madam Speaker, this House must act. We cannot rubber stamp a budget that prioritizes short-term political gains over long-term national stability. Therefore, I propose 6 urgent policy actions, not as suggestions, but as imperatives for survival and recovery. Number 1, strengthen revenue mobilization. Digital tax collections. Honorable Minister, leakages in tax collection are bleeding this country. Fully enforce measures for the automated Malawi Revenue Authority system to close loopholes and enhance compliance. Property tax reform. Implement a nationwide landlord registration linked to utility accounts. Why should high-income property owners escape taxation while the burden falls on the poor? Mining and loyalties and forex. Let us not kill the engine of growth. Address of forest shortage. Export diversification. Incentivize agro-process and manufacture for import substitution. Malawi cannot continue importing toothpicks while exporting raw crops. Diaspora bonds. Launch a regulated diaspora investment instrument to attract remitters into productive sectors. Our diaspora is an untapped powerhouse. Enforce governance and transparency. Fiscal responsibility law. Amend the Public Finance Management Act to include penalties for MDA that breach expenditure ceilings. Accountability must not be negotiated. Quality public reporting. Mandate Treasury to publish.
You have 2 minutes, Honorable, to go. You have 2 minutes to go.
I'll finalize. Quality public reporting. Mandate Treasury to publish quarterly budget execution reports for parliamentary scrutiny. Sunlight is the best disinfectant. Ensure social sector sustainability. Education financing. Pair free education policy with public-private partnership for social infrastructures. Free education in that classroom is a hollow promise. Health sector. Introduce a ring-fenced health levy on luxury goods instead of broad VAT hikes. Let those who can afford luxury bear the cost of essential medicines. These measures are not optional. They are essential to enforce fiscal credibility, stabilize economy, and protect the lives of Malawians. Honorable Speaker, this House demands a clear implementation timeline. We demand discipline, transparency, and courage to make tough choices. I am proud to mention in this House that my constituency is the most democratic one, maybe in Malawi. They voted for a registrator, MCP candidate. They voted for a DPP president and other councillors from Wadja Zakaribe Mulandu, all this. Each and every party is represented there. As such, I say long live democracy, long live President Peter Wamtalika. I submit.
Thank you so much, Honorable Member. I now give the floor to the Honorable Member for Zomba Matia, then Mangoji Northeast, in that order, please.
Thank you very much, Madam Second Deputy Speaker, for giving the floor to the people of Zomba Matia constituency to add a voice to the budget statement presented by Honorable Minister of Finance in this House.
Honorable Member, you have 10 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, thank you very much. The people of Zomba Matia, they have read the budget statement, understood it, analyzed it, and coming up with some analysis, recommendations. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, the people of Zomba Matia, they realize that budget is technical in nature, and they realize that budget forms part of the law. Therefore, in technical, you don't just read one line and you come up with a conclusion, but you have to apply the technical expertise therein. To understand this budget, someone said they use two schools of thoughts, that is business ethics. If you are to determine if something is good or not good, there are two schools of thoughts. One, I will use what we call deontology, and number two, I will use what we call utilitarianism. In deontology, Madam Second Deputy Speaker, the deontologist, Immanuel Kant, he says, we look at an action, whether it is good or bad, by the nature of the action. But utilitarianism, Jeremy Bentham, he says, you don't look at a transaction by just its nature, but the consequences or the results that action will bring. And this Jeremy Bentham goes on. I give example just to simplify the matter. According to deontology, we can just say slapping someone is bad. But Jeremy Bentham goes on to say, let's go and see what are the circumstances and the results for slapping someone. For example, Jeremy Bentham says, if someone sits there and someone comes and speaks bad ways to that other person and began to scourge that person, all the people feeling sorry for that person, if there is going to be a courageous person coming to grab with this person who is speaking bad of a person, all the society, all the group, they will say, you have done well. Because this person did not do anything wrong. And if someone is slapped, the whole community will clap hands and say, Wamuchitabwin, this is what we were thinking. This person was not a good person. What is it that I'm trying to say? Madam Second Deputy Speaker, looking at the budget statement by the Minister of Finance, deontologically, someone will think it is not good because you are using the nature of the budget. But utilitarianism, Jeremy Betham, when you look at this budget, number one, you are going to see that in this budget, there is an element. This element, if you go to page 19 of the budget statement, the Minister of Finance is saying there is 196 billion to bail out the pensioners. In my area where I come from, Zomba Matia, a lot of those, they are suffering and they have nothing to do. They were failing to send their children to school. This budget is a relief to them. Therefore, utilitarianism, Jeremy Bethany, this is acceptable and it's a good budget. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, if you look at this budget, you will find that there is an element of free education. Utilitarianism, this one has brought relief to the people of Zomba Matia. That means I can see a child from Magomero Primary School writing exams with no fees. I can see someone from Matandwe, CTS, going to school without paying school fees. That means I can see the people of Jali are rejoicing to say our children are going to school but with no fees. Utilitarianism, this is something that is good. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, going deeper into the budget, by increasing the number of beneficiaries from 528,000 to 1.1 million, it means a lot of people are happy about it. Jeremy Bethany considers it is a good thing. Let me, Madam Deputy Second Speaker, as now tax expert, comment on the payee increase threshold from 150 to 170. What the minister has done, he has taken the 20,000 kwacha, where in the previous it was taxed at 25%. Now this 20,000 kwacha, taxed at 25%, it was giving 5,000 kwacha and taking away from someone, from the employee. Now, this budget, it means a law earner in my village, a law earner everywhere else, has been given a relief of 5,000 kwacha, free, because the people that we represent here, they are in the category of this 170,000 category. Unless otherwise, they are few of the 10 million receiving salary in my village. I don't even know one. But the lot of those that I present are in this category. What this means is, Madam Second Deputy Speaker, if you multiply 5,000 kwacha by the number of the people that are in this category, you are talking of over 25 billion. In a year, you are talking of over 300 billion, giving free to the people that are in the low income. Now, let me go by contrasting this payee against VAT, 1% that has been added. When someone has been given this 5,000 kwacha from the 20,000 addition to 150, even if this person takes the whole 170,000 going to the shop for taxable commodities, what it means, this 1%, he is going to contribute 1,700 kwacha. Yes. But the 1,700 kwacha is coming from the 5,000 kwacha that he has already saved from the 5,000.
You have 2 minutes to go, Honorable.
This mean,
you have 2 minutes to go.
Madam Second Deputy Speaker, this budget, the way I look at it, it is a budget that the people of Zombamatia, they think one is considerate. Yes. The people of Zombamatia, they look at this budget as a healing budget. You know, Madam Second Deputy Speaker, even some of the issues that have been put in this budget, if someone may point a thing to say this is not good according to me, we should know the situation that we are in. The Minister of Finance is acting as a medical doctor. There is a situation sometimes your disease requires operation. And you as parents, you are asked to subscribe, to sign if ever you want that be done. And you know that as a farmer, there is a term as I finish that we use called hardening off. This is a period where a farmer stops applying water to the seedlings at the nursery, getting them ready to the garden, and make that strong. Because if you apply water up to the day where you are transplanting, when the plants go to the garden, they will die.
Consider winding up, Honorable.
As I wind up, Madam Second Deputy Speaker, deontologically analyzing of this budget, we will not take it as to somewhere in our village. Utilitarianism analysis in this budget by Honorable Minister of Finance, the people of Zombamatia, they support it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable Member for Zombamatia. Honorable members, I did guide the House that we should just hear the Honorable Member while you are seated. Thank you. The hugging is no longer accepted in this House. Honorable Member for Mangochi North East, you have the floor, Honorable.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thanks very much, Madam Second Deputy Speaker, for recognizing the people of Mangochi North East constituency. On behalf of the people of Mangochi North East constituency, officially congratulate our President, Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika, for being elected as a President of the Republic of Malawi. Second Deputy Speaker, let me congratulate you on being elected as a second Deputy Speaker in this August House. Madam Deputy Speaker, let me also congratulate our capable ministers for being entrusted to help our President taking our mother Malawi to another level. Deputy Speaker, Second Deputy Speaker, I would like to thank Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika for coming up with clear vision through the SONA, which he delivered to the Malawi nation. I fully agree with the content of his speech. His Excellency tackled a lot of crucial issues affecting people of Mangochi North East, especially on issue of hunger. The President assured Malawians that no person will die with hunger. This will definitely alleviate the hunger challenges and help the people of Mangochi North East. On CDF issue, this CDF, this is a game changer that will help to develop our constituency, like more bridges, more schools, better clinics, improvement water system. Madam Deputy Second Speaker, on CDF increase it from 200 million to 5 billion. will definitely mitigate some of the issues that we are facing in our constituency development. Allocation of 100 million each for youth and women for the economic empowerment. This, Madam Second Deputy Speaker, Madam, will help in the case of poverty alleviation amongst the youth and women. The father of youth has spoken. For long decades, our youth people have left Mangochi seeking opportunity elsewhere. Even myself, I am a product of that struggle. Arthur Peter Mutharika has changed the story. He is a father of youth empowerment. Look what he has done. 10 technical colleges across Malawi, 50 million sports development, skills training programs, which is visionary policy. It is now possible to prosper while living in Mangochi. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, the people of Mangochi Northeast face serious health challenges. The people in the constituency rely on private hospital. Most of them can't afford for their medical bills. Many people in the constituency walk long distance to reach the hospital, and which has increased the number of deaths. Especially amongst women and children. With the leadership of Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika, the people of Mangochi Northeast are very hopeful that their needs will be met. Madam Deputy Second Speaker, Mangochi Northeast constituency do not have enough secondary schools, comparatively with population. The constituency has 3 community day secondary schools. Students walk 10 to 15 kilometers to get to school. This is not good special girl child education, which has resulted in many potential kids not going for secondary schools education. An increase in number of dropping out at primary level. In order to fulfill Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika's initiative or vision, we need to increase number of secondary schools to be constructed. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, most of our communities, on energy issues, most of our communities don't have electricity. These are vibrant communities that, if connected to the ESCOM grid, will result in a significant community empowerment. Poverty will be a theme of past. The areas most affected are Moto Village, Matenganya, Makoli, Nsinjiri Ntamila, Wasili, Kasimu, Sabutie Malilo, and many more. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, on the agriculture issue, most of people in my constituency don't have stable food, like maize. People of Mangochi Northeast can't afford to buy expensive farm inputs, like fertilizer and seed. And this has left people in my constituency facing serious hunger. These people need help as soon as possible. Madam Deputy Speaker, most of my areas are along with Lake Malawi. It is my request that the government should utilize this abundant water resource for irrigation. This will help my community to grow crops for food and business. Madam Deputy Speaker, on the issue of the transport, Malindi Makanchila Road has very long-standing issues and challenges that comes with it. There have been no tangible solution on the ground. We have broken bridges, where the traffic use diversions through the rivers as all bridges have been broken beyond use. Madam Speaker, Madam, for the past years, the MCP government did not repair these bridges, and now the rain has started. The roads are completely impassable. I have seen the sick die not able to get to hospitals in time. I have seen a woman giving birth on the roadside. There are many problems our communities face due to these road conditions. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, Madam, people in my constituency have been facing a lot of calamities, and most of these have been a result of previous MCP regime, which did not put the people of Mangochi Northeast at heart. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, Madam, most of these problems need immediate action for good of people. Critical problems, including we have many bridges which need immediately repair. These are Malukula Bridge, Nsinji, Nsinjiri, Nkuli, Nkulumba, Matenganya, Lingamasa Bridge, and many more. I feel this could be one of the atrocities committed by MCP regime. Madam Second Speaker, Madam, just to take you backwards, Mangochi Northeast faced the weakness of MCP government from 1964 up to 1979. Madam Deputy Speaker, Second Deputy Speaker, the people of Mangochi Northeast suffered a lot with the MCP government, where the people was detained, tortured, harassed, imprisoned without trial, and ill-treated, banned all villages of Sabutie Moto. Entire communities lived in fear. Many people were killed, where we were living like a foreign people in our own country. Most of us, we changed our names in order to get jobs or passport. The heroes of 1964, Masauko Chipembele, Kanyama Shume, Dunduzi Chisiza, Yatuta, brothers, Otto Nishirwa, and many others, faced the MCP impunity, and some of them, like Chipembele, died in exile in the United States of America. His remains are
Honorable
still
member
there.
for Mangochi Northeast, please resume your seat. Honorable Leader of the House.
Second Deputy Speaker, I beg to move that time be extended in order to allow the honorable member holding the floor to finish his contribution. I beg to move.
Thank you so much, Honorable Leader of the House. Honorable members, there is a motion. The motion is that we vary our standing orders in order to extend the time to allow the honorable member finish his contribution. Those of that opinion say aye. Those of the contrary say no. The ayes have it, the motion is carried. Honorable member for Mangochi Northeast, continue.
Thank you very much, Madam Second Deputy Speaker, for giving this opportunity to the people of Mangochi Northeast. Madam Deputy Speaker, Second Deputy Speaker, some of them, like Shipembere, died in exile in the United States of America. His remains still there. Madam Deputy Speaker, Madam, people of Mangochi Northeast would like to request.
The honorable member has 3 minutes to go. The honorable member has 3 minutes to go. Honorable member for Mangochi Northeast, please continue.
Madam Second Deputy Speaker, Mangochi Northeast would like to request for the remains of Chipembele be brought home for proper burial and honor he deserved. Finally, Madam Second Deputy Speaker, let me take this opportunity to thank the people of Mangochi Northeast constituency for voting Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika and me into power. Madam Deputy Speaker, Second Deputy Speaker, Madam, Mangochi Northeast has been UDF's stronghold since 1994. But this time around, we made the history by defeating it. Let me take this opportunity to thank Professor Gertrude Mutharika, the First Lady of the Republic of Malawi. Masengo Akamwile. And let me thank the Vice President of the Eastern Region, Honorable Brighton Saka SC, entire Eastern Region, and the DPP team. Senior Chief Sultani Showe, Sabutie Makumba, Sabutie Moto, Senior Group Ntua, and Sabutie Malilo, and many others. Madam Deputy Second Speaker, Madam, Mangochi Northeast Trust Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika and Professor Gertrude Mutharika for proven leadership Malawi was seeking by instead of retiring peacefully, which he deserves. He saw the suffering of our people and said, I cannot retire when my nation is in the wrong direction. This is the heart of a father. This is the heart of a spirit of the patriot. This is the leadership aspires generation. Right to Honorable Second Deputy Speaker, in 2019, the people of Mangochi, were happy hearing the good news from our beloved President that we want to construct an international airport. He wanted to construct a 5-star hotel.
You have a minute to go, Honorable. Consider winding up.
He wanted to turn Mangochi into a city. With the leadership of Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika, I know all this is possible. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, let me also salute His Excellency Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika, whose leadership has restored hope to this nation. When a leadership meets integrity and vision meet action. Under Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika, Malawi will rise again, will grow again, will unite again, and prosper again. DPP OA. I submit. Thank you, Honorable Deputy Speaker.
Thank you so much, Honorable Member for Mangochi North. Honorable members, the here should be done while seated. The here should be done while seated. Thank you. Leader of the House. I now recognize the Honorable Leader of the House to announce business for Monday. Honorable Leader, you have the
floor. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, it has been a very, very interesting week. A very, very interesting week. Like I said earlier, excellent debate. I think all of us are enjoying ourselves in this house. So congratulations to all of us assembled in this chamber. As we break for weekend recess, I would like to advise that on Monday, the Minister of Finance will wind up debate, and immediately thereafter, we'll proceed into the Committee of Supply. So let's go home, relax, come back Monday refreshed, ready for us to continue discussing or to finalize the media budget review process. Have a blessed weekend. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable Leader. Honorable members, before I adjourn the House, I have got a few announcements to make. The first one is to inform honorable members the presence of visitors in our visitors gallery. The visiting delegation is from favored private school from Choro Central. May I ask the honorable delegation from favored private school to stand so that your members of parliament should greet you. Thank you so much. The second announcement is to inform honorable members the presence of a delegation from Lilongwe Kampuno constituency. May I ask the honorable delegation from Lilongwe Kampuno constituency to stand up for your members of parliament to greet you. Thank you so much, honorable members. The last announcement, honorable members, is to inform you that our parliamentary football team had a game with CCM football team. And I wish to inform the House that our parliamentary football team won their second match in a row against CCM football team by 6 goals to 2. And the following members, please listen, and the goals were scored by the following members. The first one was from the honorable member for Chiladzulu Masanjara, Honorable Tony Chilembwe Frecha. And the second one was scored by the honorable member for Kasungu Central constituency, Honorable Chikondi Kampachike Chisale. The third one was scored by the honorable member for Ndilande Malabada Nyambadwe constituency. The fourth one was scored by Patrick Mwaruasa, a parliamentary staff. The fifth one was also scored by Chakwamba, the supporting staff. And the last one was scored by the honorable member for Nzimba West constituency, Honorable Akim Kumwenda. Honorable members are informed that the man of the match was the honorable member for Mangochi Malombe constituency, Honorable Kazembe Ngunga. And a special thanks to the honorable member for Lilongwe Site Muloza, who is the coach, the football coach for the parliamentary caucus, parliamentary team. And not forgetting the dedicated research team. The members of the research team are two. This is the honorable member for Chikwawa West constituency, and the honorable member for Mwanza West constituency. The parliamentary football team wish to thank the entire leadership of the House, all members of parliament and the staff who showed up at the match last night at Bingu National Stadium to rally their team. Honorable members, I now adjourn the House to Monday, 1st December, Monday, 1st December 2025 at 2 p.m. House adjourned.
Osaiwala kupanga subscribe ku channel ya AMTV Malawi.